Well, sometimes it's hard to tell which roofing companies are reputable and which are not. General Manager of Complete Exteriors, Eddie Coleman, joins us now to give us some tips on how to know that.
Yeah.
Welcome to Studio 3,
Thank you for having us.
It's so nice for you to be here.
Yeah.
Now, when we talked the other day, you mentioned this term door knockers. Tell me what you meant by that.
Well, most of us that live in a neighborhood, if a big storm comes through, the next morning usually you start getting a whole lot of knocks on that door, you know, door-to-door sales. And roofers just seem to come out of everywhere. And I call it election day. You know, all the roofing signs get put up by the end of the street and all that. So, you know, just because someone knocks on your door, how do you know to do business with them or not? You know, and that kind of happens fast. You know, if it's early that next day, right after, you know, they kind of catch you by surprise, so to speak.
Right.
So
and vulnerable. And you're
absolutely.
vulnerable.
So what, you know, in that moment, maybe you think ahead and say, hey, let me ask a couple questions to see, do I need to do business with these people? Do they know what they're talking about? Or am I about to get scammed?
Yeah, perfect. Well, what are some of those questions we should ask?
First and foremost, are you licensed and insured? You know, in Mississippi, it requires a license, a contractor's license for anybody that's reputable. Also insurance, you know, general liability, workers' comp. You know, are these people insured? You know, do they have any Google reviews? Do they have a website? I know, very simple stuff. Are they on Facebook? I mean, very fast things that you can validate right there in that moment. And if you start getting a whole bunch of well, but you know, well, next week it's coming, or we're supposed to be getting that soon, I believe I would just shut the door and wait on the next one, or really reach out to someone you trust and know, and you've already verified that they are who they say they are and can do the type of work that you need done in that moment.
Right. And well, do you need to get an estimate in advance, or?
Not in advance. Most companies will work with your insurance company. Typically when a storm comes through, it'll be probably an insurance related deal. So most reputable companies will work hand in hand with your insurance to help guide you through that process.
Okay, well, that might be a good question then. Will you work with my insurance company?
Yep. And if they immediately start bad mouthing insurance or your particular company or something, that's probably a red flag saying, I don't know about this one.
Right. Well, what about warranty information? Is that important?
Absolutely. Any reputable contractor would be backed by certain manufacturers and able to offer extended warranties. Again, if they're not able to offer that service, maybe that's another red flag saying, maybe I need to do a little more research.
Yeah. Right. What about this? I always think about this. Putting a roof on, it's a mess.
It is.
It's just a mess. Do roofing companies clean that up? Or,
Absolutely.
Okay.
A
Or
reputable one would. But also
one.
it's the precautions put in place at first that mitigate that mess. So that is a good sized construction project that'll be happening to your home. The entire top, you know, half of your house is coming off and has to be replaced generally in a day or two. So our company uses a system called a catch-all system. It's a series of nets that are designed to go up around your house and above your landscaping. So all the debris that comes from the roof goes right on top of those nets, stays out of your landscaping, and it's easily cleaned up, very fast cleaned up, and very thorough, because everybody thinks of roofing, they think about the nails in their tires, right? Right. So we do everything we can to mitigate that, using magnets, using these nets to keep it really off your grass, so it can't get hidden. And anyone reputable will be doing those things.
Yeah, that's great. I didn't know that. Well, what about a portfolio? I mean, should you ask a company, I want to see some of your work?
Absolutely. And if they can't provide that to you, boom, red flag. Also, most companies' websites, you want to make sure that the work that's on their website is actually work they have done, not some stock photo off the internet, you know, added. But the number one fastest way is Google reviews. Google, that doesn't lie. It's very hard to get a bad review off of there, almost impossible. So if you look at a company's Google reviews and maybe they only have one or two, red flag. And then if they don't have multiple consistent reviews, you can just about maybe shop somewhere else.
Yeah. Well, you guys are obviously reputable. You've been in business since 2007.
Yes.
So if people wanted more information about Complete Exteriors and wanted you guys to do some roof work, how might they find some
Fastest
information?
way is look for us on Facebook. Just search Complete Exteriors on Facebook and or Google. Just search Complete Exteriors Roofing and you'll find us right there.
Will we find some pictures too?
You will
perhaps?
find all kind of pictures. And every picture on our website and social media is work that we have done. There's nothing on our sites that is not work we personally have not completed. We're very proud of that.
Well, thank you so much for being here with us, and really good information.
Thank you.